Nicole got a call from her mother, who was living with Nicole's kids and ex-husband in a home owned by Nicole. The mother stated that she was not comfortable with the ex's new girlfriend being in the house walking around in her nightgown. This caused Nicole to storm over to the residence, where things quickly spiraled out of control.
I mean, all you have to do is call.
Okay, we're not going to sit here and argue.
Yeah, you know, he has my kids here,
Okay.
and my mom. He has this lady come. They're all uncomfortable with her being here, and he's refusing to tell her to leave. And
I mean, if it's his house, he can have whoever here that he wants.
well, he's living here, but it's under my mom and my name. It's our house, so we still pay the, you know, the utilities and stuff like that. And, you know, so I just wanted her out. You know.
Where do you live at?
Well, I have an apartment that's closer to work, but this is, you know, under my name.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Hello?
Hey, Sheriff's Office.
Hi. All right. I gotta go, okay? Yes.
What's going on?
Nicole tried to downplay the whole situation, painting herself as just a concerned daughter and mother, but the truth began to come out.
Because he can't afford to live anywhere else. You know, she called me saying she was uncomfortable with the lady being here. I tried to reach out to him. He wouldn't answer my calls. I went through my children to tell him because they too were uncomfortable, and he's not listening to nobody. Okay. So then I tried to call the Flagler County, you know, to try to get someone to come out, and they said, well, it's like a civil thing. We can't really do anything. So I said, okay. So then she called and she's like, Nicole, you need to come to the house. You know, I can't. She had a stroke like 2 years ago. And then, so I'm like at work and I'm like freaking out. So yeah, I came and, you know, I get out of the car. I'm like, why aren't you answering my calls? You know, like my mom's uncomfortable. This is her home, you know, and my kids, and you're just bringing this random woman here, you know? And, so yeah, I was upset, you know, and so I told him, I was like, why didn't you just answer the call, you know, and stuff. And I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, did I do wrong driving up here and getting upset? Yeah, but this is my mom, you know.
What happened when you pulled up and got upset?
Well, I got out of the car and you know, he started yelling at me, and then I mean.
Who did you attack?
You know.
Just him?
She was sitting there, and then, you know, I started saying something to him, and then her, and then he got in the middle, and then I fell to the wall. You know, he pushed me into the wall, so, you know. No, baby, he pushed, you know, because he got in between me and the girl, you know. So then he pushed me into the wall.
So you just got physical with the male, or did you get physical with the female as well?
You know.
Did you try to remove the female?
No.
Okay, 'cause that's what you told me on the phone you were going to do, right?
Yeah, but I didn't.
And I told you not to come and do this, right?
Yeah, but I didn't. So
Yeah.
I was just gonna have.
Statement of what happened?
I barely wasn't out.
Okay, that's fine. It's voluntary anyway. Would you like to fill out a statement on what happened?
Baby.
What about you, ma'am?
I mean,
Tell your side of the story. I know you've explained it to us, but
Yeah.
you're just writing it down on your paper.
sure, I guess.
All right. So this top half here is your basic information. Start on that line right there of what happened. Be as detailed as possible. Do not sign it. Do not sign it until after one of us reads it. We have to swear affirmative.
Yeah. You guys just hang here. I'll let them do their statements real quick. Yeah. Mute for discussion.
So, question: since this is our house, how do we get him out? Like, what do you have to do?
So, what happened exactly? Because I'm fresh here. So this is your house. Why are they here?
So that's my ex-husband. So he stays here.
Okay.
With my two children because he can't afford anywhere else.
Okay.
Okay. The house is under me and my mom's name. So we pay bills here too.
Okay.
And so we're not together, right? So he brought a female to the home.
Okay.
And made my mom uncomfortable.
He just started.
Yeah, and so she's uncomfortable. She's in her 80s and stuff
Sure.
like that. And then we were, I've been trying to call him. He's ignoring me. He won't let me come to the house when he's here. And I'm trying to go through her phone, his phone. He's ignoring us. And then, so she tells me, please come to the house.
Right. Okay.
So I'm like, you know, and I called you guys and you know, you wouldn't come out because you said like it was a domestic civil thing or whatever. Like we couldn't remove anyone from the property, even though, you know, my mom, it's under her name.
So my question is, how long has he been staying at this residence? If approximation, a few years.
Well, no, we got divorced last year, so like a year and a half, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I've had this house for like 4 or 5 years, and you know.
So just that him being here for over a year alone, not on top of potential other things like his driver's license saying that he stays here, mail, and if he contributes to any bills, this is his residence according to Florida State statute.
That's what you guys told me.
So the biggest thing to do if you want to remove him from the house is to go to the courts and get him properly evicted. That's going to be the only way. Unfortunately, again, with this being his residence, I couldn't trespass him or I couldn't forcefully remove him from the home. It's not a process that can happen overnight, so the sooner you get there, the better.
Okay.
But you just have to go to the court office off State Road 100 by Bunnell, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how you'd go about it. Unfortunately, I can't force him out.
Okay. Yeah, because, you know, she's uncomfortable, and I just think that's not right, you know.
I gotcha.
I know, Mom, but it's under our names, you know.
If you have any other questions, I'll kind of just be over here,
All right.
whether it's in general or regarding the paperwork. I'm sure the other deputy explained it well, but...
So do you live here, or do you just have your name on the lease?
I mean, my stuff is still in the house, and I pay the bills here. But, like, I have an apartment that's a little bit closer to my work, too.
Okay. So would you say you stay here more, or you stay... Is this the apartment?
No, that's an old
That's an old one.
And then how can I get him out of this house?
I'll explain that in a second. What was she doing that was making everybody uncomfortable?
So...
The other lady.
Well, first, my children were trying to talk to their father, and she was like giving them nasty looks and stuff like that. And then she was like getting their father's attention, so he was ignoring his children. Then my mother, like, she's here late in the night yesterday. My mom doesn't have very good vision, so the lady's just doing whatever she wants. And my mom's like a little frail woman, and you know, my mom felt uncomfortable because, you know, usually if he brings like friends and stuff, he'll say, hey, I'm bringing so and so over, whatever. But, you know, she don't know this woman, and she's like roaming the house in the night and stuff. So my mom's like scared, you know. She's like, what could happen, you know? So
The victim reported that Nicole pulled up at a very high speed and then began hitting her ex-husband. When Nicole saw that his girlfriend was recording, she also struck her.
because I was at work, and I'm like, but then she calls me, and then my son's calling me, and I'm like, I have to come here, you know, like, and see what's going on, you know. And I mean, I'm a bad driver to begin with, so I do speed a little bit. So I did pull in a little erratic and stuff, but I'm very bad with cars. And then, you know, I get out, and the first thing, you know, I start yelling at him, like, why didn't you answer my calls, you know? Like, he's been ignoring me for like a month. I can't come see my children when he's here. You know, he tells me to stay away, and I have to sneak visits with my children, and I'm allowed to see my children. And, you know, then he's just, I start yelling at him, and then he starts yelling at me, and then, you know, I think he thought I was going to hit her because I started yelling at her, and then he pushed me into the wall, and, you know, and then that was it. And then the other guy came, and we just stopped, you know.
Okay.
You know?
All right. So let's raise your right hand for me. Do you swear everything you've written in your statement is true?
Yeah.
Just sign and date there for me.
And I got hurt too on me. Where am I signing?
Just right here. Sign and date. 1/4/26. Yeah. Was this your pen or one of their pens?
I guess your guys'
One of theirs. Drew! Good. Tell Drew to come here.
After talking to all involved, it became clear to officers that Nicole was the aggressor. She struck her ex-husband's girlfriend, he stepped in to separate them, and a witness came to assist. Nicole's victim claim got denied.
If I'm going in, can you just not handcuff me from my kids? I'll just walk.
Where are your kids? They're in the house?
Yeah, the car's out the window. Looking.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
That's fine. Alright. What's in your pockets? Put it all in the hood.
That's it.
Alright, so I'm going to ask you one time. Do you have anything on you or in you that we should be aware about? Any weapons, needles, nothing like that?
No.
Because everyone gets the same speech. From this point forward, if you don't tell me now and bring him to the jail, it's a felony charge. So nothing on you.
No.
Because they're going to search you more thoroughly at the jail.
Yeah.
You are going to jail, by
Yeah.
the way. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I do have my monthly, so I
You got your what?
ads, my
Oh, okay.
I don't know, do you got that stuff?
Do I got that stuff?
Or
They'll take care of you
Okay.
in there.
okay.
All right.
And then, do I just leave my car here, or like?
I'm not towing it, so it's gonna stay here. If you want the keys to stay here, aren't your kids old enough to drive?
No.
No. Does your mother drive? No.
I mean, I could get someone to come get it, but can I write a few phone numbers down if I have to?
We'll get phone numbers out of the
Okay.
phone at the jail. Okay.
All right.
Because you're cooperative, I'm gonna hold your arm when we get till we walk to the car and then the cuffs are
Okay.
going on. But I'm not gonna, for
Yeah.
kids' sake, who's right there. Probably just heard
All
everything
right.
anyway.
Mom, I love you. Okay.
We'll explain more to her in a second. All right.
No, go in the house, honey. Yeah, baby. I love you.
What happened?
All right. We'll go this way.
They're gonna take me in, okay?
Hey, what?
Take me in there.
I'm gonna go to jail.
Why?
I can explain everything
Let's go.
to you.
I'll be back, Mom.
Give us that better.
Person talk?
Yeah.
Well, so is your ex. So we'll explain more stuff to you guys in a second. We're gonna go to the passenger side of this car in the back. Alright, just do me a favor. Lean up against the car here. Put your hands here and one up there. Step off from the car a little bit, and then spread your feet. I'm gonna pat you down the back of my hand. Okay, I'm not.
Yeah, that's
All right. So nothing in your pockets, right? Your hands behind your back. Put them together like you're praying, like your palms together. It's gonna be most comfortable. Okay. That key fob might not work. Grab the door and unlock it. Yeah, it's back.
So what happens now?
So from here, you go to the jail, you get booked in.
Okay.
I don't know if there's going to be a bond or not, but you'll see a judge in the morning. They'll decide if there's going to be a bond for first appearance. The judge will explain a bunch of stuff to you as far as Injunctions, there's going to be temporary injunctions.
What is that?
Huh?
What's that?
Like restraining order.
Oh, okay.
So essentially what an injunction is a restraining order. Meaning you can't have any contact. It's going to be between him and the other female. You're not going to be allowed back at the house until all the court stuff is done either, so you can't come back here. If you violate the injunction, you go back to jail.
Well, I would have to come back and get my car.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. You're allowed a civil standby, meaning you have to call law enforcement. We'll meet you around the block somewhere. You come here with us, we do a standby, keep the peace, you come grab your car, and you can leave. After that, you're not allowed back at the house.
Nicole was booked into the Flagler County inmate facility, where she was charged with aggravated assault and battery. She was held on a $7,000 bond. Sheriff Staley stated that Nicole was facing charges because she chose to take the law into her own hands and broke the law simply because she disagreed with it.